Okay, so to get things started, I just picked a random game from your match history from like a few days ago where you lost the game, but you had a decent scoreline. So let's see what you could have done differently. Now, before we look into the game, I want you to understand the basic idea of how Psylocke is supposed to be played, because trust me, I've seen plenty of people who don't even know what the main idea of the character that they're playing is. So basically, as simple as possible, with Psylocke, you have your cooldowns, you play aggressive. You don't have your cooldowns, you don't play aggressive. Because if you're in a bad position and you don't have your cooldowns, you're probably dead. You can use a dash to get into a good position. Always leave another dash and your invisibility, ideally, available so you can get out. So have cooldowns, do something. Don't have cooldowns, just wait for them a little bit.
Can resist Doctor Strange.
We fight for the survival of worlds, not for personal glory.
Enemy in front of us.
Farewell.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm not a big fan of this. Okay, so first things first. This being a new map, maybe you don't know this, but if you choose to go out this side, I'm pretty sure you can double dash and get all the way over here, which is a very strong flanking position, but it's also very risky. Like I said earlier, if you use both of your dashes to get here, you're kind of stuck, so you have to get something out of it. It's a very risky play, but it's good to try it right now at the start of the game where you still have time and there's not much to lose. And the second time you can use this is maybe your team is already fighting on the point, you just died and you have to get back really quickly. You can do this one instead. However, in this case, going to the right side here, unless you plan to do the double dash, is not really, like, you can't really do anything from here. You don't really have any place to go. Maybe go inside there, but it's not really good. Ideally, you'd want to take this high ground, but you cannot because it's blocked. So what I would have done instead is either go for this flank or just simply start by going left side. Just walk this way. Now, the second thing here is, why is my Psylocke in front of the tanks? You know, it's a small thing, but you want to be flanking, you want to go ahead with Psylocke, but not on the same place that your tanks are going. You know, especially not in front of them. Now, the second thing, you used both of your dashes to get here, and now you're kind of stuck. So I understand. I think you see someone there. I think you saw the Adam above on the... Yeah, I think you saw the Adam there. Maybe you wanted to go for him. However, in this case, since your team hasn't even started the fight yet, instead of wasting both of your dashes, you can simply just walk a little bit and then just use one dash. So you have one available in case things get rough. See, like now, you use both of your dashes and your invisibility. So you have to play really passive. Like, see, and now, because you don't have those cooldowns, you're forced to basically AFK, like you're so far back that you're even behind your supports, you're Psylocke, and you're the furthest one in the back. See? Even now, you're still in the back. Now, trying to go for this Panther, that's fine. But now, I would start going left side, start going over there, maybe look for an off angle, which I hope you're going to do soon. Yep, this is nice. See, this is what I'm talking about. You should have done this. Like, look, if you look above, it's been 30 seconds. And now you're here. When instead you should have been here like 15, 20 seconds ago. See, now you have your cooldowns and you can start playing aggressive. This is good. Nice. This is good. This is good. No one's looking at you, so you can start pressuring. Okay. A very small thing here. And I know you said you wanted to improve, you started aim training, and I'm going to be showing you some exercise and how you can actually practice your aim later on after we see this game. But for now, a very small thing that maybe you autopilot, and I do this as well a lot of times, so don't worry. Look, no one is looking at you, no one is shooting you. Why do you move so much? It makes you miss a lot of shots when simply you could just stand still and focus on shooting the invisible woman. So, like, normally you would strafe so you don't get shot, but in this case, no one is even looking at you. See? You're moving basically for absolutely no reason, and it's making it harder to aim at the invisible woman. You're basically putting yourself at a disadvantage for no reason. Nobody knows you're here, like, no one is shooting at you, no one is looking at you. Look, you're not taking any damage, no one's shooting you. Just stand still and focus on shooting. You see? Just stand still and focus on shooting the invisible woman. And if you did that, you probably could have killed her. Yeah, she's like maybe one shot. She's like maybe one shot away from dying, which I'm sure you could have landed if you just stayed still. Okay. Now, this is debatable, but you were focused on the invisible woman. You saw she was low. You get over here. You still kind of see she's low. So maybe you could have gone for her instead, or even just shoot the fucking Thor. Because he's very killable right now, especially with your team being here. Why is my cloak on the point? Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the cloak, but you could have actually just shot the Thor right here. He's very killable in this position. With the amount of HP he has. So, from this play, you could have gotten maybe... Or even here, I'm pretty sure you can just duel the Thor. Like, you have... Yeah, you have all of your cooldowns. The Thor is like 1 HP. I understand that he went for you, but you are full HP. You have all of your cooldowns. You can actually just simply kill this guy. He's actually inting right now into you. You can just simply kill this guy. So you could have gotten maybe one extra kill, maybe another kill. Maybe another kill right here, again, on the Thor or on the invisible woman maybe. So you could have gotten like 2 extra kills right here. Okay, now, I'm guessing now you look for a health pack, which I understand it's a new map. Yeah, it's a new map, so... This is understandable, no problem. Now, okay. Not knowing where health packs are because it's a new map, that's totally fine. But this, you don't have your cooldowns, or you just got one of your shifts. You are basically one shot. Why are you dropping down in front of the enemies to kill you for free? Look. Right, and you die. Of course you die because you're 1 HP. And you jumped in front of the enemies. Like, here, either keep looking for a health pack, which I actually don't even know where they are. I think there's one like over here. Okay, yeah, there's one over there, and I think there's another one over here. Or some, I don't know. Anyway, what they would have done in this case, I'm pretty sure this fight is basically kind of lost anyway. So, instead of trying to force something here, which you don't even need to, especially because you only have 1 dash and you're 1 shot. This is not the time to be playing aggressive. I would maybe dash towards my healers, which are both dead by the looks of it. So in this situation, I would keep looking for a health pack. Or if you actually just wanna shoot stuff, at least just do it from all the way up here. Maybe you heard the Black Panther coming from the back, maybe that's why you dropped, I'm not really sure, but if you didn't think the Black Panther was coming, then just stay up here. There's no reason to drop down literally in front of the enemies when you are 2 HP. Alright, like, you instantly die. Understandable. So, I think the fight was generally lost anyway, because both of your healers were dead. So in this case, I would just disengage completely. Just dash away or drop down here and go away. This is not the moment to be fighting. No cooldowns, 2 HP. This is not winnable. Don't fight here. This is the perfect time to disengage, wait for your cooldowns, wait for your teammates, go for the next fight.
At least you are truly female, Mantis.
Right, you just drop down 2 shots and you die.
At least you are truly female, Mantis.
Okay, now, yep, waiting for your team here is totally fine. However, instead of wasting time all the way here, I think you could have used this time to just get into a closer position. Maybe wait for your team here. You can totally wait for your team over here, right? You're still safe. You can also just wait for your team right here. Wait for your team maybe over here. Also for this map or any map in general, a good way to play Psylocke is to try and push away enemies from good positions like here. Push away enemies from the high ground. Force them away, don't let them use it to their advantage. So if anyone is on this bridge or on this position, you can just simply start shooting them and they kind of have to back away. See, like,
I am wounded. Who will help?
if they've gotten here earlier, already been here. Also, another thing to notice with Psylocke. If the enemies already see you and you are also outnumbered, this is not the time to try and fight. Like, if I was here and I saw both the Jeff and the Adam look at me, I wouldn't even try to fight this. I would just go away. Like, just simply go back. Just go back, wait a couple of seconds and try again. Because in those 2 or 3 seconds, they're gonna forget about you. Trust me, they're gonna forget about you. Like, you almost died here for nothing. And you use the dash, you use your invisibility. See? When you could have done all of that by just waiting a couple of seconds. Now here, there's no need for you to... Normally you'd have your cooldown, but I still think here, instead of just basically AFKing, since you see that there's no one over here, there's only the Black Panther, but if he goes for you, he's kind of an idiot. So you can just ignore him, maybe shoot him. So I would just simply walk this way, maybe shoot the Black Panther as I'm walking up here, and now I'm in a great position to flank the enemies, to shoot the enemies from all the way up here. And again, if you're here and you're shooting the enemies and they start looking at you, you just back away, wait a couple of seconds, and go again. It's kind of a peekaboo style. Like, you peek, boom boom boom, back away. Peekaboo, boom boom boom, back away. See, like, you're almost AFK here. You might as well have been entirely AFK. Did you just try to shoot the... Wow, oh my... That's funny. I'm not sure about this. If you're in the Mantis Ult, that's fine. But, again, if you're in the Mantis Ult, why are you in front of my tanks again? or you know, why are you in front of my tanks? I mean, the Strange is there, but you were basically... The Mantis maybe shouldn't be here either, but again, why is my are you a tank? Is Psylocke a tank? I didn't know Psylocke's a tank. Right? In this case, instead of just walking towards them menacingly, just quickly dash through them and go for the Jeff if you just wanted to go for the Jeff anyway, right? Or here, if you're gonna shoot the Thor, just keep shooting the Thor, right? Why are you backing away from the Thor? Just keep shooting him. But if you wanted to go for the Jeff, just go to the Jeff directly. Right? Just dash one dash towards him. Not really sure why you dashed here. They're like, you're full HP, you're more than full HP. You wouldn't have burst the Jeff. I would just stay here and just shoot him. I don't think there's any reason to dash here. Alright, there's the salt, that's fine. Gotta wait AFK for a little bit. Okay. Small thing. If the Thor is ulting, look up, please. Just look up. Look up. This is kind of scuffed because of the map, but see, you get hit right here from his ult, and in a different world, in a different game, you get one shot here. So, if Thor is ulting, just look up and don't walk into his ult. I kind of expected you were gonna ult here, that's understandable. I think that was fine. Maybe unnecessary, but that was just nitpicking. I think that was okay ult.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
You're going for like a super deep flank over here? Is that what you're trying to do? I mean, that's a very deep flank. That's a very deep flank.
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Were you trying to spawn camp the hell out, or just
Here they come now.
Just didn't know where to go because of the map? You're dead now. You gotta be up. Okay, so
Out of sight.
in duels with Hela, especially in this case, I mean, in this case,
Out of sight.
if you want to win this duel, you don't ever dash away here. Cause see, now she gets the health back for free. And you don't, where I would have just stayed on this health pack and just wiggled back and forth on top of it. Instead of dashing. Cause see, like, if I go back...
Out of sight.
Right here, you are on top of the health pack. Basically on top of the health pack. And you're full HP. And you don't one-shot her with the dash. So now, you actually would have killed her if you just stayed or like... Just like that earlier Jeff on the previous point. Yeah, just like with the Jeff over here. You're using the dash for no reason. You can't kill him. It's not to get into a better position. You're actually putting yourself at a disadvantage by doing a random dash like this. Just be a little... Just slow down and be a little bit more patient. I'm guessing that you probably panic in these types of duels, so have a little bit of patience. I know it's like, just be patient, lol, but it really can't be that simple. You know, and if you die because you had patience, now you know that it wasn't the time to be patient, but by making that mistake, by trying to be a little bit more greedy, you start to understand your limits. by actually testing them. Like here. Yeah. And again, with the Hela here, if you were just a little bit more patient, you would have lived and actually killed her as well. Plus it was just in general kind of a deep flank. I don't think you ever, maybe you were lost on the map, but I don't think you ever take this big of a flank. Like, yeah, maybe you were just lost on the map. That's fair. I understand that. Respawn. Wait, where did he go? Yeah. Okay, because it's a new map.
I need assistance.
Enemy in front of us.
Focus on the battle.
Hitting harder than ever.
See what I mean right here, what I said earlier. Especially in this case. If there's 4 or 5 enemies looking at you, don't even try to shoot. Like, don't even try to shoot. Right? This is like holy shit moment. This is like, oh fuck, and you back away instantly. Like, don't even try to do anything here, because you almost died because of it. Right? You almost died because of that.
What a difference.
So, remember what I said with the peekaboo. If they see you, especially more than one enemy, don't even try to do anything. Just back away and wait like 3 seconds. Again, with the patience. Just wait a couple of seconds and then try again. Okay, now after you get healed here, instead of trying to shoot all the way in their backline from over here, which is accomplishing nothing, see, now you can try to go, again this way. Because now, if you are here, look, it's only the Thor this time. It's not the entire enemy team, so now you can shoot the Thor completely for free. You can even go, you can maybe dash up here, right? Peek a little bit, do a little bit of damage, and if they turn around to look at you, you just back away. Alright, this is pointless. This is a waste of your time. This is a complete waste of your time.
That's better.
Now trying to go for the off angles, that's good. But again, same problem. Actually, 2 problems. You are in front of your tanks, right? You're the first one here. You are not a tank. And the entire enemy team is now looking at you. And you're probably dead, or yeah. If the enemy team was better, you're probably dead there. However, I do like that you try and go for the off angles. I do like that you try to go for a flanking position. You don't go in the same place as your tanks were, like you were just previous here, right? Instead of trying to stay with your tanks like you were 10 seconds ago, you try to go for a different position. I like that. You also have your cooldowns available, and remember what I said at the very start. If you have your cooldowns, you play aggressive. If you don't, you play safe. So, trying to go here for something, this is fine. However, if you were just a little bit more patient and waited for your tanks to come out first, or just went the other side, right, where you have cover from the rest of the enemy team, you can shoot the Thor freely and you're not in any real danger compared to where you are right now. Like, again, if I come out here and I see this where the entire enemy team can be looking at me, I'm like, holy shit, get me out of here. Get me out of here right now. Again, you don't even try to shoot that. I don't think you even try to shoot that. It's too risky.
Farewell.
Okay.
Farewell.
Again, if you want to use your invisibility to get into a better position, get into a better position. That is not where your tanks are. Like, again, why is my Psylocke next to my tanks? Actually in front of my tanks. Right? Why is my Psylocke? You could have First of all, I don't think you even need to use the invisibility here, but that's just nitpicking.
Farewell.
I would maybe just dash up here, use high ground. High ground is almost always the best choice you can make. Taking high ground, going above the enemies. Right? So I think I would have dashed up here and just looked around, see what opportunities I have. Maybe shoot the Hela, maybe go a little bit further back and maybe shoot their backline. See, like, look how much of a better position this is. Imagine if you are here and you are completely free to shoot the Jeff, shoot the invisible woman, and what can the enemy do? They can either look towards your team or they can look at you, but if they look at you, your team is free to, you know, push them and apply pressure. Right? You're not a tank. You are not a tank. Okay? Especially shooting a Thor that has 1, 2, 3 healers backing him up. Like, look at him. He's almost immortal. Okay, he took some damage there, but yeah. When instead, like I said earlier, you could have taken this much better position, which is also way less risky. Because, like I said, peekaboo, you shoot them. If they start shooting back, you just back away and they can't shoot you anymore. Easy peasy. I think the reason you go for your tank next to your tanks like that is, again, because you're not that patient. You're panicking like, oh my god, I'm not doing anything, I have to do something. Just quickly go in and do something. But instead, just take 2 seconds and instead of rushing in, just think, okay, where can I go? What's a good position? Is being next to my tanks a good position? Probably not. Now this is fine, see? See? Look how much better this is with the high ground. Look how much better this is. You can even see it for yourself. See, this is good. This is good. You should have done this from the start. You have the great... See, you are capable of doing this. You're actually doing it right now. You just have to do it. You just have to focus on this being your first option. Like the first thing that comes to your mind. Taking the high ground like this. See, look how much nicer this is. Again, you're on the high ground. See, that was okay actually. See, you're shooting, he's not looking. He starts looking, and you back away. This is good. This was nice. I liked it. That was okay. A little bit risky, maybe, but that was good. I like that. That was fine. That was nice.
The god of thunder!
I mean, I don't think I would have dropped down. I would have maybe stayed up here, but I mean, this is kind of unfortunate. It's hit or miss. I don't think this was that bad. I don't think that was terrible.
Step aside. Farewell.
Okay.
And so your
Okay.
story ends.
I was just about to say, why are you dropping down? But this is an okay ult. Yeah, this is fine.
And so your story ends.
What you could have done really quickly. I don't think you actually had it. Yeah. I was about to say, what you could have done really quickly is dash a little bit further back so you can get the Jeff. I think you could maybe get that guy, but if you dash further back, you can get the Jeff, and what is the Thor gonna do? He's gonna try and go backwards into your ultimate anyway. So, like, he's already trying to go backwards. So if you had a dash, or like for future games, you could try and dash backwards, or go behind them, so that if they're forced, because in this case, that if he was forced, either keep getting killed by your team or back away and get killed by your ult.
And so
But
your story
regardless,
ends.
that's just, I would say that's nitpicking, but this is fine. I was about to say, why is my team not hitting me, but yeah, I think it was unlucky. But if you did the dash thing, if you went a little bit further back, you could have gotten this Jeff earlier, maybe. Yeah, I think this was just unlucky. Maybe you could have dashed in a different position, like instead of dashing through here, maybe dash over there and you have cover. That's just nitpicky.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Odin's spear.
Okay, this is fine. Your entire team is dead. Waiting for them is fine. Yep, this is okay, but why are you backing away all the way here? Why not simply just keep holding this position? You know, just keep holding this position and you can actually see where the enemies are so you can prepare for the next fight.
My blade seems sharper.
Oh, you stop them in their
So
tracks.
you're like AFK. See? And you're back here anyway.
Battle fury.
And you're back in this position anyway. So you could have just stayed there and be aware.
Only 60 seconds left.
Out of sight. The enemy has arrived.
Okay. Okay. What was that? Oh my god. Okay. So, again, I think this happened because what I said earlier, because of patience, and you have this feeling that, oh my god, I'm not doing anything, I have to be doing something. So you try to force things. But in this case, your team is all the way here. The entire enemy team is basically free to do whatever, because the fight hasn't even started.
Out of sight.
And you think that going inside the entire enemy team is a good idea? Like, I'm not even saying this like I think you can even judge for yourself that this is not okay. Like, I don't even have to say anything. I think you can see for yourself. Just wait a couple more seconds for your team to actually be in a position to help you to shoot the enemies. It's okay to wait a few seconds and do nothing, or just get into a better position, right? You were right here. Why not just maybe go down there? I don't know. I don't actually know the map, so maybe go all the way over there, but literally anything else other than rushing in like this in the entire enemy team. Just wait 5 more seconds for your team to be in a position to do something with you. Okay, like, now you used all of your cooldowns, you accomplished nothing. And because you don't have your cooldowns, you have to play safer. Why did you drop down? See, here's a little thing here. Instead of dropping down here, which puts you, mind you, in front of your tank again. Right, like, instead of dropping down there, because again, I think this is because of patience. You're not patient. When instead, you could have just went this way, right? Just, yeah, it's a couple of seconds of doing nothing, just walking, but see? You almost died because of it. And you're going here anyway afterwards. Like, you could have skipped all of that. You could have literally skipped all of that risk of dying, and just gone here from the very start.
This will do nothing.
Alright, this is fine right here, this is okay.
Supernova!
Final 10 seconds.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Friends, gather around. Final 10 seconds.
Supernova!
Final 10 seconds.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Friends, gather around.
Just a quick thing, right? Do you see the damage of the enemy Hela, and do you see your damage? Why do you think that is? My guess is that you have moments like the one which I showed previously, where you're not really getting into any position, you're just basically AFK, right? And Psylocke is not necessarily a damage spammer. She can be, but Hela basically has like triple your damage. You know? And you could certainly get out more by just being a little bit more patient and waiting for better opportunities. Just being a little bit more patient.
This will do nicely.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
My aim is true. The king has spoken. The enemy approaches.
Okay, this is okay, we're waiting in position.
You must look behind.
Only 60 seconds left.
Quick thing here.
Only 60 seconds left.
Why are you afraid of an invisible woman? She's alone right now. And yeah, the Hela's over there, but your Black Panther's going on Hela, right? Yeah, well, this is trying, so... Why are you, a Psylocke, afraid of an invisible woman? You know, you have all of your cooldowns as well.
Sayonara.
Why not just go? See, like, now you can be aggressive on this bitch. Now you can try and go for her.
Sayonara. Healing magic.
It's now or never.
I am
Stop them.
Asgard's might.
Disappear.
You're mine.
Over here as well. Why are you afraid of a 1 HP? Like, just kill this guy. Just kill him. Just kill him. Now would be a good time to dash through this guy like you did the previous times. You know, like you normally do. Now would be a good time to dash through this guy. You know, like, he's 1 HP, just dash through him. Just dash through him, just kill him.
I need assistance.
I needed that.
Fast, grace us with victory. Enemy in front.
Why are you afraid of an invisible woman? Why are you afraid of a 1 HP?
30 seconds.
Again,
Down to 30 seconds.
you use your dash to go through people a lot when it's not necessary. There's no reason to dash through this guy.
Down to 30 seconds.
There's no reason to dash through him, just keep shooting him. Because now you're putting yourself in a position where you can't even, like, say, you have to turn around and start shooting again, and you could have maybe actually killed him by just continuing to shoot him instead of dashing. But you didn't dash through the 1 HP Wolverine. You kind of see the issue here. You use it when you don't have to, and you don't use it when you can actually use it.
What a difference. Out of sight.
want to ult here, first of all, why are you ulting here instead of ulting here, right? So
Out of sight.
you have your dash. Just if you want to use your ult, dash here. Remember what I said earlier? Dash backwards, dash here, and ult here instead. And the second thing, if you want to ult anyway, why just not ult right away, you know? See, this is the kind of greed that I was talking about earlier. You were greedy right here. You were greedy right here. And this is good because now you know that being greedy like this in a situation like this is not good. This is the good kind of mistake. This is the good kind of greed that helps you improve. So, right, if you were gonna use your ult, why not dash and get more targets? And again, what's this guy gonna do? He either gets melted by your team, which is apparently dead, or he goes backwards into your ult and takes damage anyway.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. The final.
That was very close.
Sayonara.
Remember what I said at the very beginning? If you don't have your cooldowns, you play safe. You don't have your cooldowns, I wouldn't even be shooting this. Because there's no way you can kill her before she kills you. See, you actually almost died because of it. So in this situation, like, don't even try it. Maybe shoot the Wolverine a little bit. Maybe shoot the hell out a little bit, but certainly don't play this aggressive. Like, if anything, I would immediately start going backwards towards here. Not as late as you did. Say, like, if you did this 1 second earlier, you wouldn't have been so close to dying.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. I need a
The God of Thunder!
That was just not happening.
The God of Thunder!
Okay, remember what I said earlier as well? If the Thor is ulting, we look up. See what I said? That in a different situation, you die because of a Thor ult like that? And look what happened now. Exactly what I said on at like the beginning. You didn't look up, you walked into the Thor ult, and you got one shot.
You're mine.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going for the rest of the game, but I guarantee you it's going to be basically the exact same mistakes over and over, because usually when people make mistakes in a game, it's not like 100 different mistakes or 100 different things, but it's some basic fundamental mistakes that you make over and over without being aware of them, which is what I said basically every time. Not being patient, using your dash kinda wrong, being in front of your tanks. You know, like, you saw basically every time something bad happened, it was because of things like that. So with that being done, I'm gonna write up a document. Don't worry, I'm gonna write up exactly the things you need to work on. But seeing as those are your mistakes, I'm going to show you how you can practice and actually improve at those things. And I know you also wanted to talk about your aim, so here's how you can improve your aim. You just, there's a few ways, but the first one is you go into the practice range. So you just go into the practice range and you go to this side. And think about how you're going to be using Psylocke. So she's basically going to be played like close-ish range, right? Like maybe 20 meters, maybe 10 meters. And you start this. You go super fast, which is going to make things a little bit harder than actual game.
5, 4,
And
3, 2, 1.
you're just gonna like, how would you shoot in an actual game, you know? Just simply stand still and try to get kills. Right? And just do this. Do this for a little bit, right? Until you get comfortable. You can do this, like I said, that at this distance, you can maybe
Here they
go
come now.
like this distance. Right, but you can see that at this distance you don't really do as much damage. So you're probably gonna play something like this.
What a disgrace.
Oh my god, this crosshair is really annoying. And when you get comfortable doing this, you can start adding movement. So at first you're gonna do it by standing still until you get comfortable with it. And then you can start just moving left and right like this. And when you do something, you switch directions. Right? You kill the bot, you switch directions. Just go left, switch directions. You can even like you saw there, you can even switch directions if you start going like too much. Like I switch directions because I ran out of mousepad, but
Here they come now.
so yeah, switch directions if you run out of mousepad, or you kill the bot, or you like go too far away from them.
You lose, demon.
So this is one thing. And remember, this is super fast movement. In the game, it's not gonna be like this. In the game, it's gonna be a little bit easier.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right? In the game, it's gonna be a little bit easier.
Rush.
Okay, so you can do this for
You lose,
as
demon.
long as you want. You can use this for warm-up, you can use this for actual aim practice. And the second thing you can do is not only to practice your aim, but your combos as well, is again, you go here on the practice and you go into a Doom match. Now, this is kind of hit and miss depending on the lobby. So what you would do is, the difference is that here there are real people
Slay
that you can
demons. This
you know,
should be easy. The
use
enemy
to
has
practice on.
arrived. What
See?
a disgrace.
These are actually real people that you can use to practice on. I think.
Farewell.
Yeah, you get the point. And if you get a bad lobby here, you can go into Doom match right here. Like, the difference is that this one in the practice range, it's like half an hour long, whereas this one is like 5 minutes. And you have to go through MVP screens and things. So you either do the practice range with the bots, and you can do the Doom match practice with real players. For your aim, for your combos, for things like that, for dueling people, so you don't get 1v1'd by Hellas. So yeah, I will write up a summary so you actually see the things that you need to work on. But basically, be patient, don't rush things, get into positions, don't waste your don't use dashes randomly. Okay, that's basically it. The main thing I would say is having a little bit more patience, so you're not in front of your tanks as much, so you don't put yourself into bad positions as much. The main thing I would say is having a little bit more patience. Waiting a couple of seconds to actually think what you're about to do. Okay, my team is in Narnia. this is the time to get into a good position, wait for my team, and then engage the enemy together. Right? You don't always have to be boom, 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 boom. It's okay to wait a couple of seconds to do something good instead of trying to force things and do something bad instead. So, if you have any questions, feel free to send me to ask me on Discord. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Okay, this is me from the future because I forgot to mention how you actually practice fixing those mistakes. So basically, let's say the one with being patient. The way you actually practice this is you go into a quick match or a ranked if you want to, but I prefer quick match. And you don't worry about your ultimate, you don't worry about your damage or anything. You only think about being patient. Where should you be going? Is your team coming with you? Can you go into a good position? Just paying a little bit slowly, turning around, looking where your team is, being patient. Is this the good time to go in? Is this a good time to do this or that? Just being patient and just thinking about that. Taking a couple of seconds to think about your best opportunity. Don't worry about your ultimate, don't worry about your cooldowns or your damage or getting kills or anything. Just think about taking a couple of seconds and seeing your options. What opportunities do you have? And you do this for every other mistake we mentioned. Your ultimate or your dashes, you go into a quick play and you just think about those things specifically. That's it.